I'm Marley Molina, known as Neela Miller in the other life, and have been in Second Life since 2007. I combine a background in arts, many arts, in humanistic psychology, organization development, coaching, and group facilitation. And through these, I developed symbolic modeling, which is a way of working with people using building and drawing tools. Symbolic modeling is a tool for capturing ways of perceiving that you don't get by thinking or talking alone. It allows you to shift perspective, try out possibilities, connect your body-mind visceral experience to your visual creativity, and play with options for making connections between what you create, see, think, and feel. It can produce insights which are surprising and magnify understanding. This approach, combined with models from humanistic existential psychologies, particularly Gestalt, provides the basis for what I've been developing here in Second Life. My tools consist of shapes from the building program or a web drawing board, which has been fixed here by a tech friend so that drawings last until they're deliberately erased. And this is a great tool which provides a two-dimensional way for people to draw their symbols if they prefer that to building. The other important aspect is tracking the visceral responses of the person at the computer, using her body as a barometer to determine that what she's creating on the screen is matching her body-mind experience and can guide her to what feels and looks right. The goal of the exercise can be an educational one where specific content is being addressed. An example of that is I've got a climate change, a skybox on my parcel where I have people make models of attitudes towards climate change along a whole spectrum. Or a professional one in which decisions need to be made or products and processes need to be developed. Or a more personal one where someone is being coached or counseled. So you see, I'm working with a group here, and you see a woman that happens to be Ludo in the black and white standing next to a shape that she has created. And we were exploring the attitudes or feelings, pros and cons about working and teaching in Second Life. And so she created this shape. Now, some of you will probably say, oh, that's a clown. But one of the important things about these shapes is that they are individual to the person who builds them. So what's important is finding out what they are symbolizing by their shape. And one of the ways that I work with this is to have the person become the shape. That's where the Gestalt work comes in. And to speak as the parts of the object and as the whole object to get some perspective about their own feelings or attitudes that they may not have been conscious about before. So, and you can see that there's another little object in the center of the room that the guy in the white shirt is just starting to work on. So there might be a question like, what are your feelings about actually working or teaching in Second Life? And then people will start to make symbolic representations of that. And we'll explore through the object what the attitudes and feelings are about the experience. All right. Now, the question can be anything at all. And we can start with a topic, or people can put out representations where they're not quite sure what they're exploring, but once they start talking as the object, they become aware of it. This is one I've done recently. I've done a whole series of symbolic models of parts of the psyche, in this case, my psyche. And in fact, in my gallery on Inspiration Island, it's called the Butterfly Gallery, there's a whole wing of the butterfly that is made up of self-portraits of different parts of myself that don't necessarily agree with each other about whatever platform they have. So this is the latest one I did. It's called Wise Fool, and it's an oxymoron, of course. And so the way I would work with it would be to become what I have created and speak to my avatar, Marley. And I don't have the time to actually do that, but you probably get the idea that I would tap into both my foolishness and my wisdom and what they're doing together with each other and what they want to tell my personhood, either Marley or Neela, whatever. And then a dialogue might ensue between the symbolic representation and myself. So if you come to my session, you will actually see many more of these kinds of demonstrations of this and an actual process taking place so that you can get a clearer idea of how this works.